All right, so we're back, plunging headfirst back into Alien. Isolation. This time we're tackling Mission 4, Siegs in Communications. And if you've been with us from the start, through the medical bay, that whole motion tracker nightmare,
Yeah.
well, you know this game pulls no punches.
No, and it doesn't.
But before we get into the really intense stuff, how about we set the scene a bit? For anyone just joining us, catching up on the story so far, we're talking Amanda Ripley, of course, still stuck on that doomed Sevastopol station.
Right.
Her main goal in this mission, establish some kind of contact with a ship, the Torrens.
Yeah, the Torners.
Basically, it's her only shot at escaping this whole mess.
Yeah, and this is where the game really gets you, I think. Everyone's felt that, right? That flicker of hope when you're in a bad situation.
Oh, for sure.
You're stranded, danger everywhere, and then suddenly, bam, this chance of rescue. It's powerful stuff.
Absolutely. Though, as if just dealing with the alien constantly breathing down your neck wasn't bad enough, Mission 4 adds another lovely element to the mix.
Oh.
The working Joes. Gotta say, those things still give me the creeps.
Yeah, the Joes are something else. Even compared to other androids you see in the alien universe, they just hit different.
Right. Like, talk about your uncanny valley, but times 100. Those eyes, that glow, and the skin, almost too smooth, It's unsettling on a whole other level.
It really is. And you know what makes them even more effective? They're unpredictable. You'll see some just going about their business like you're not even there. But then there are others,
Yeah.
instantly aggressive. You just don't know what you're going to get until it's too late.
Makes you way more tense than the alien ever could.
Yeah.
Like, you can kind of learn the alien's patterns after a while, but the Joes, it's a dice roll every encounter.
And that taps into something really primal, don't you think? That fear of the unknown. Always on edge. From a horror game standpoint, genius.
Couldn't agree more. Though you know what else I find interesting about this mission? It's not all just like running and hiding. You actually get to use your brain a little, which is a nice change.
You're talking about where they bring in the hacking and those puzzle bits.
Right, exactly. All of a sudden, pull out your access tuner, bypass systems, solve these really intricate puzzles to get doors open. Feels like a whole different game inside the main one, almost.
Yeah, and I love that about it. It's like a little mental break from all that sneaking around, all the tension. Plus, it lets different players shine, Some people, they're all about that chase, the adrenaline. But others, they thrive on a good puzzle. Mission 4, it manages to cater to both.
Totally. It's like they're saying, okay, enough cardio, time for a different kind of stress test. Because honestly, rewiring a door while that alien could be right around the corner, whole other level of tense.
No kidding, like you said, immersive. But speaking of which, can we talk about the look of this mission for a sec? The communications hub. Even when it's scaring me silly, it's gorgeous.
Oh, absolutely. Visually, they nailed it. The atmosphere is incredible.
Right. Those corridors, barely any light, you just trudge through, feeling so alone, manages to be beautiful and terrifying all at once. Exactly. And it all goes back to what Alien, isolation does best, that whole vibe. Vastness of space, something lurking just out of sight, how isolated you are, really drives home how vulnerable Amanda is in this whole thing.
And just when you think maybe, just maybe, you've got a handle on things, like you might actually survive this.
Right.
Bam. Mission throws its biggest curveball yet.
It's that calm before the storm everyone always talks about, right?
You said it. Amanda finally gets in contact with that ship, the Torrens. Huge moment, right? Like a beacon of hope in this whole nightmare.
Except
that's when it all goes sideways.
Understatement. Alarms are going off, the alien's on your tail, and as if that wasn't bad enough, now you've got those Joes in the mix, too. Total chaos.
See, and that's what makes this part so good, so intense, so well designed, forces you to use everything you've learned up to that point.
Oh, yeah. Your stealth, how to use what little you find, figuring out how the alien acts, even the puzzles, it all ties back in.
Like the game just throws it all at you, everything in the kitchen sink.
No kidding. And that's where, I don't know, your instincts got to take over. No time to hesitate or wonder what to do, just pure survival mode.
But man, it's exhilarating though, right? In a terrifying, I almost died kind of way.
Oh, for sure.
You really feel like you're in Amanda's shoes there, just fighting to stay alive.
And that's what Alien, isolation just nails. It's not about cheap scares or how much blood they can splatter around. It gets under your skin,
Yeah.
Makes you feel that tension, that dread, like you're really there.
100%. So, summing it all up, Mission 4, it's this crazy mix of sneaking around, those puzzles, then bam, all hell breaks loose, and it's all happening in this amazingly well-designed place.
Yeah, it shows you how a game, even a scary one, can tell a story, make you feel something real. You're not just watching Amanda go through it. You are her in that moment.
Absolutely. And honestly, what gets me most is it makes you think. If this is just one mission out of how many, what else is waiting for her on that station?
The question everyone's asking by that point, right?
Yeah.
And that's the brilliance of it, I think. It doesn't give you all the answers, leaves you wanting more. You finish a section like that, heart's still pounding, but you can't wait to see what's next.
For real. So until next time, everyone keep those motion trackers handy. Try to get some sleep if you can. And we'll be back soon to dive even deeper into the nightmare that is Alien. Isolation.